Hey guys, it's Dr. J here. Welcome back to this mobile app development series. In our previous video, we started this app where we created a user interface as follows, and we set up the following components. We configured the properties for each of those components. We have the hummingbird with the label, this is a hummingbird. And we've got a button. In this video, we're now going to code this button. So when I click the button, it will say this is a hummingbird. So let's jump straight into this. We will now go into the blocks section. And here we have our workspace, where we will drag various blocks onto to create some interactivity. Before we do that, let's look at the different types of blocks that are available. Here we've got some control blocks that we can choose if we want to navigate, check, multiple, check if else. If we want to loop, there are different types of loops that we can use. Then there's some logic blocks. These are based on conditions. There are math blocks. The math blocks can allow you to perform different operations. We've got text blocks. Here you can display text. This is for a single line of display. This is for multiple lines. And there are additional functions that can be used with these text. We have list blocks, color, devices, objects, variables, and we have functions. So we have a very wide variety of blocks that we can choose from when we want to create some interactivity. Further to this, we can use speech where we can say certain things and we can choose a particular language. There's translation blocks. So there's a wide variety, as I indicated. There's sound, camera, if you want to use your camera, things dealing with files, sign in, push notification, alerts, etc. There's a very rich set of blocks that can be used. And it's all based on a drag and drop environment. Further to that, we have the UI components. You will recall on our design, we had an image, we had a label and a button together with the screen. So those were the different components that we made use of. So when we go to the blocks section, those components are here as well. If I click on screen 1, I've got blocks associated with screen 1. When screen 1 opens, I could do something. Similarly, for button 1, when button 1 is clicked, I could do something. The label has its own set of blocks, and so does the image. I think it's time now for us to code our application. So I want to work with button 1 when button 1 is pressed. When I click on button 1, I want some speech to say this is a hummingbird. I'm going to go to my block section. I'm going to click on button 1 and I need this block that says when button 1 clicks. If I click on this drop down, there are other events I could choose. If I don't want to click and I want a long click or a touch down or a touch up. Similarly, I could click on this drop down and I've got access to my other components. So I'm interested when button 1 is clicked, what do I want to do? I wanted to say something. I want speech. So I will go to the speech section and I want to say I want to say. So here I will bring in this particular block and notice the shape. So this block will fit into the when button one click block. So that I drag and that fits in quite nicely. So when button one click do, what do? We say, in our case, I don't want to say hello. I want to say this is a hummingbird. I click in there and I'm going to type this is a hummingbird. There we are. So say this is a hummingbird in English. So I could choose a language apart from English. So for now, I'm just going to say this is a hummingbird in English. In order to test our program, we can use the web preview. I also explained in the previous video how to use to test live on your device. For simplicity, I'm going to just simply use the web preview. I'm going to click on that, and this is my application that shows up. And now when I click on the button,
this is a hummingbird.
You would have heard that there was speech to say this is a hummingbird. So that was coded simply in order to exit we need to say click on back to editing. And if I go to my blocks, my coding, I simply had a when button clicked and I said something. So for this particular project, the coding was quite simple. It was quite straightforward. In subsequent videos, we will get into other projects where we will make use of other block features. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click on the like button and be a subscriber so that you are aware of other videos that are being created. Till the next video, take care. Bye.